Are you a native Californian?
Yes, born and raised in California.
And Northern?
Yep, Northern California and the Bay Area especially. I've been kind of all over the Bay Area, but born here, raised here. I talk a lot about moving away from here, but I'm not sure that I could.
Because you're just, it's in your blood. It's who you are.
Well, one, I'm a big sissy when it comes to the weather. Two, I've lived here my whole life, and I've lived in a very multicultural, diverse area that has a lot of things that I take for granted that I didn't realize I took for granted until I started doing a lot more traveling. For instance, I mean, a really easy one is I'm vegetarian. And yeah, of course that you can go to a grocery store anywhere, but vegetarian restaurants or vegetarian entrees are not.
They're not everywhere.
Widespread.
No, they're not.
And I've never really thought about it.
Yeah. Yeah. California was one of the first, because I haven't eaten mammals since 1975, which tells you that I'm really super old. And, but I've been vegan now for 2 years. So just under 2 years. Yeah. But being vegetarian in California, really, even in the 70s, like, easy. And yeah, so, but some, you go to Arkansas or you go to Texas or you go, some of these very meat heavy places, they're like, they don't know what you're talking about. Like, right. There's lard in everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even I've gone to places in California that are just outside of the Bay Area. So up north a couple hours or, down south a couple hours. And sure, you can make it work and it's still friendlier than it would be in a lot of areas of the country, but it's by no means what you can easily access in the Bay Area.
That's true. I think that people that live near big cities, whether it's San Francisco or New York or LA, we forget how spoiled we are because, I had Ethiopian last night. Oh, I'm going to have, right? It's like,
yeah. I mean, I can walk down one street in Oakland. I can walk down Grand and there's Ethiopian, Italian, Thai, Chinese, Mexican food obviously is huge here. There's like so many Spanish cuisine on one street. Yeah. My cousin always tells the joke about being with a bunch of friends and she's in Manhattan and they're all ordering takeout and somebody's like looking through their menus of takeouts and somebody's like, oh, should we have Afghani? And somebody in the group's like, oh, I had Afghani last night. It's like, only in a big city is that going to happen. Or in Afghanistan, so
I guess.
Tired of this.
So, not Afghani again.
Right. And some of my friends that live out of the state are like, I've never even had that once in my life. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I remember when I went and visited my brother who lives in San Francisco and had Burmese food, not once,
so good,
but twice in a 5-day visit. It's so good.
Was it Burma Superstar?
I think it was.
So good. My favorite restaurant.
One of the places we went when you have lotus tea and they actually give you a lotus blossom and the lotus blossom opens up in the glass.
Amazing.
Oh my God. It's so cool.
I love it. I eat Burmese food as often as I can get my hands on it.
So good.
It's so good.
And you don't have a lot of Burmese food in New York, but you do in San Francisco. Yeah.
So surprisingly, not necessarily surprisingly that there's a lot in San Francisco or even Oakland and Alameda now. But it does surprise me that it wouldn't be in New York.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, but it's so yummy. So you're a native Californian, you're a Northern California gal. You don't see yourself moving because you can't be too far from Burmese food.
Losing it, losing it.